Welcome back everybody to my Minecraft survival world. This is episode 5 with your boy Chicken Man. Today we are building a volcano. To the right of my chicken coop, I have built a circle. That circle is going to be my volcano. However, we have a slight issue, and that is that we have never been to the Nether in this world before. So today we're changing that. That right there is my room portal that I found in episode 1. And in my inventory, you can see that I have come prepared. Feel free to pause the video at any time to see what I am working with, but we are basically stacked. And that's basically it. So I don't want to waste your time any longer with this intro and start building this portal. Then we pull out the flint and steel, light the portal, and we're ready to go to Minecraft hell. Here we go. I'm praying for a good spawn. Oh god, it's laggy already. Okay. Not too shabby. We're in tunnels, it seems. Let me make sure to mark my portal, actually, before I go anywhere else. I did bring my maps again, so we will be mapping out the Nether for as much as we can. What the fuck is that? Why does my map look like a poop stain? So my goal for the Nether today is to hopefully at least find myself a fortress. But I'm also here for the many building materials that you can get here, like these mushrooms right here. Anything else we find along the way is just a bonus to me. Right, because we are in a enclosed space, I think I'll start digging in a direction. Why is my character spinning like that? Are you seeing that on the map? Why is it doing that? Why is my banner icon also like tilted sideways? Do you reckon we could also get ourselves some ancient debris today? Or would that be way too risky right now? My heart. Holy fuck. It's a good thing I got feather falling for this shit. Oh my god. So we're off to a good start. Ignore that fall. Here we go. Okay, look at that. This may just be the perfect opportunity for us to get some more shroom light. So let me quickly take care of that. Is this a good time to mention that I'm rarely ever in the Nether? The Nether is a realm that I don't really visit that much because of how easy it is to die in here and just lose your stuff and feeling like rage quitting altogether. A genuine question whilst I travel to the other side of this cliff, I think. Am I the only one here that does enjoy playing with the Nether fog? I don't know. To me, it adds really nice ambience to the Nether. It makes it really immersive. But I see quite a lot of fuzz about the Nether fog in general on the internet. Doesn't the fog make the Nether a lot more like creepy, mysterious, scary, if you will? Or is that just me? Let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with me. Oh, these pigmen have spears now? Really? That is also really terrifying. If you make one of them angry, they'll be so much more deadly now. I am so terrified. I do not like this at all. So what do we do from here? Do we want to go down and continue that path? Or do we want to go that way? I mean, I guess I should go here first. This seems like the safest option to do. This is looking promising. We've got some regular Nether. There's some more basalt deltas. We're just surrounded by these basalt deltas, aren't we? Oh my god. I nearly fell. But that's a fortress down there. Oh, it's here. It's right here. It's right here. Hell yeah, dude. That's one thing crossed off our list. Yeah. Okay. So the best thing we can do now is find a spawner. A blaze spawner. I'd love to get a few of those rods. Isn't there typically nether wart after going downstairs? I think we need nether wart for potions too, correct? Yeah, here it is. We'll get ourselves some nether wart. I think we need the soul sand too to grow this stuff. Oh, there's more. Yo, our luck is very good today so far. We'll take it. Holy fuck. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I don't like you guys. I forgot about you. Okay. Fucking hell. I forgot this game was a horror game. What the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at? It's just floating there. The lava is just floating here. I'm telling you, the generation in my world is fucking weird. Oh, that's a spawner. Yo, hello. Hell fucking yeah. We have found ourselves the first blaze rod in this world. I guess what we could just do now is farm these blazes just for a little bit. There we go. Now let's just continue on with our adventure. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. So close. Come on. There we go. That was a disc. What? No! The ghost dropped discs? Since when? Damn it, dude. There would have been another one added to the collection. God damn it. God damn. There's a dry ghost. A dry ghost. Hello. Oh, you're cute. Look at this guy. That's so adorable. There's another one here. Isn't this also just a splendid opportunity to stack up bone blocks, you reckon? There's another one. Hell yeah. I haven't really played around with the happy ghosts that much. So I am very intrigued to see what they're all about. This is my last piece of bread though. Oh boy. We have to go home, right? We can't just stick around. So I have no idea where to start here. I've looked at a few references at this point in time, but I just don't know where to start with such a huge project. What I'm kind of trying to visualize here is the middle of a volcano, the opening at least, is some kind of like cylinder shape, right? That you just want to extend all the way up to whatever max height you want it to be. And then on the side, you just work further down into this like curve, I guess, if you want to call it, in all the four directions. Basically what we did over here with the tree trunk, but all around. Now the gradient that I am at least sure about that I want to use here is the following. At the bottom we will have cobbled deep slate, followed up with deep slate at the top. That will be followed up by smooth basalt, and that is followed up at the very top of the gradient by regular basalt. Now at the bottom, I'm thinking of making totally burnt ground, which I think is where blackstone would come along quite nicely. Here is the finalized gradient that I want to try and use in my volcano. Without much further ado, let's start building the skeleton of the volcano with wool. Well, folks, there you have it. The skeleton of my upcoming volcano. And my god, what have I started? I kind of just based this off of the, like, average science volcano that you see in, like, American schools. You know, that, like, shape. But just looking from down here, right? The volcano is going to overlap with my hill here. But just already, like, imagining this volcano being done and sat right there next to my house is incredible. incredible. I cannot wait for this to be done. Now, I'm gonna look for references for the rest of the day now to kind of like use for my upcoming volcano here. I haven't really looked at too many just yet. So I shall see you tomorrow, which is going to be a few seconds for you in editing. All right, it is the next day and I have looked at some pictures to get a good understanding of where we are going with this volcano. Now, I think for this build this time around, it is important to start from the top and work my way to the bottom rather than the other way around. So what I will be needing first is a good amount of blackstone. The top is going to be made out of blackstone. It's going to be a thick ring that we are gonna create here. I was thinking to make the lava flow into this direction, so this part of the forest becomes like a wasteland of some kind. It would also then make sense to make like a wall here out of rocks to protect the chickens from this wasteland. I thought this through, folks. I have been thinking about this. Okay. There we go. Now for the next part of this top here is I want to make those like peaks that stick up even further into the air. Something like this would do fine. It could be a little bit smaller, I reckon. So I'm just kind of like trying to figure out what I want here. And I don't think it looks that bad so far. It kind of looks like the volcano is wearing a hat right now, which I think is kind of funny. It is just one layer right now, so it is undoubtedly looking rather weird. Yeah, see, this is already looking a little bit better. That is already starting to look a bit better. Let's try it with this guy now. Just gonna, you know, plop some stuff down and make it work. That's basically been my entire base so far. Yeah, okay. This is a good start. This is a good start. I do want to slightly expand here. We could definitely make more use of space around here. I feel like we need to like interconnect them in some way where these two are, where the gaps, the awkward gaps there are taken out. And then over here is where the lava is going to start like flowing down there. So I'm gonna leave this open. And I think that does it for the top part of the volcano. Let's go. It looks like some kind of crown, which is pretty funny considering my YouTube avatar currently wearing a crown. But now that this top part, now that we know what we are working with here, we can start working from the bottom to the top using the gradient that we have in the hidden in the water right there. The next step in our build here will be to make use of the skeleton that we built with white wool to get the actual shape of the volcano built. Let's get to work on giving this volcano, well, shape. Let's make the volcano a reality. This volcano is driving me insane. How did I get it to this position? It's just a chunky boy. I'm gonna have to redo that part, huh? Folks, at this point in time, we are about 1.5 weeks into building this volcano. And I'm really starting to like grasp how huge this building project has turned out for me. So for the next few clips, I am just absolutely silent and locked in to get this volcano done for this video, right? But what there is left for the volcano is to just pretty much decorate it and give it shape so that it doesn't look like a multi-layer cake anymore. I start off with the terrain around the volcano and kind of get this like idea that the terrain is pretty much dead, right? But if we know anything about nature, is that it always finds a way to thrive in every single bit of land, regardless of whether it is very much alive or dead. So I imagined that beetroots would weirdly grow around the volcano by just having patches of dirt and coarse dirt around the terrain. Then I proceeded to actually work on the volcano itself, giving it shape and making sure that the gradient actually flows well. I do end up taking off those spikes at the top of the volcano. It's unfortunate, but it did make the whole thing 10 times better. And last but not least, we had to put lava in the volcano, right? What is a volcano without lava? And so I would put together that lava stream idea I had at the start of the build, where it would flow into the forest. For now, it just ends at the bottom of the volcano, but I will find a safe way to make the idea happen in the future. And then, of course, at the top, we also had to start making the core itself of the volcano with lava. I even hid some hay bales with campfires on top of them under the lava, so it creates this like huge smoke effect that comes out of the volcano, so it looks like it's actually active. Folks, I'm just realizing how much work getting this many lava buckets is going to be. So I'll make sure the inside of the volcano here will be filled up with lava by the next episode. I am very happy with how this turned out in the end. I got really scared at the start because it started to look really weird to me. And it overall just did not go according to plan up until today. Thank God for that. But that, folks, is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this episode of my Minecraft Survival World, then make sure to let me know by hitting that like button down below. And if you're new around these parts and want to see more Minecraft content from me in the future, then consider subscribing whilst you're at it. This episode was very chaotic. It took a long time to put it together, so I truly hope you enjoyed your stay today. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I shall see you in my next one. Take care, folks.